Does height matter?
Absolutely. Height matters.
It does. It does. It does. Big time.
Depends.
On what?
On the height.
Here is a rule to remember in future when anything tempts you to feel bitter. Not, this is misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune. Marcus Aurelius was 5'7". Kanye is also 5'7", but his confidence is definitely 6'9". I want you to put these two facts into your head. One of our greatest philosophers was 5'7", and he said to bear that shit worthily. And today, a man that's 5'7" fucked Kim Kardashian. Tupac is almost half a foot shorter than Will Smith, and his wife still can't get over him. What am I trying to get at here? Well, I'm definitely not trying to sell you the idea that height doesn't matter.
So if you think this is that kind of video, you're wrong.
But I did begin to think of height the same way I think of a girl's cup size. Sure, 90% of men would love it if their girl had a nice set of Norks, but they would never pick Miss Bazookas if she was overweight versus Miss Mosquito Bites with the slim waist and the curves. Sure, 90% of women want a tall man, but are we really gonna sit here and say that women are gonna choose a 6'4" depressed loser over David Spade or Bruno Mars? Probably not. This intro is to loosen your brain and shake off any negative thoughts or doubts you might have going into this video. Hi guys, it's Dallas, and if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to any Miss Mosquito to let them know that she's also hot too. In this video, I'm going to explain in great scientific detail why height doesn't matter as much as you think. Hey, it's Future Me here, and I just want to say when making the visuals for this video, I actually began to realize that whenever you search up short men, watching this video, you tend to find pictures of men who are either... This is all happening chronologically, by the way. Whenever you search up short men, you tend to find pictures of men who are either treated like children, act like children, or are very helpless. The depiction of short men on Google was very unattractive from a demeanor standpoint nonetheless. As you're going through this video, one thing to keep in mind is your demeanor can affect how people perceive you. So try not to let people treat you like a child, and make sure that you're actually conducting yourself in a mature manner, no matter how people might feel inclined to treat you. We're gonna be starting off in section 1 with the psychology, just like Jordan Peterson. Psychology of height versus confidence in dating. According to Dr. Robert Burris, attraction is an interplay of physical, social, and psychological factors, in which height is mainly a factor in first impressions. Now, I know you've all been in a situation where you go out to talk to some girls with a taller friend, and when you go up to a group of girls, your taller friend is instantly favored. This is him benefiting from that first impression I spoke about. Now, this can make you feel bad, and it might even shit on your whole mood, but remember what our 5'7" godfather said: if anything tempts you to feel bitter, bear it worthily. Now, you could let the disadvantage of being short get you in a bad mood, but the only thing you're doing is reaffirming to these women that you're not a good mating candidate. Instead, understand that your friend's height instantly put him on the girl's radar, and that there will be other things beyond just first impressions that could put you on those girls' radars or on the radars of other girls, as long as you don't do anything to lose respect. Dr. Alice Boyes, a former clinical psychologist, suggests these 3 techniques for boosting confidence. Number 1, reframe negative thoughts. Your negative thoughts around height aren't completely irrational. In fact, they might be totally sound. But the fact is, it's not going to help you with anything, and they're probably greatly exaggerated by stigmas. So reframe your negative thoughts around height. It's not going to do you any good. According to a study conducted by the UCL Division of Psychiatry, the world's leading interdisciplinary center for research and teaching into mental illness and health, PET scans in adults revealed a correlation between negative thoughts and cognitive decline. What does this have to do with attracting women and confidence? Well, most studies find a positive correlation between intelligence and confidence, and the fact that intelligence is valued in a partner by most adults. So yeah, unless dimensions on your bucket list, there really is no benefit to having negative thoughts around something that's completely out of your control. Number 2, develop a growth mindset. Embrace challenges to make yourself more resilient in the face of adversity. There's actually a study that demonstrates this perfectly. Fighters who were averse to physical harm were much more likely to lose fights versus fighters who embraced the physical harm that came with the competition. They also found a difference in their chemical balance that leads to lower anxieties in those that embrace the challenges versus those that didn't embrace the challenges. And number 3 is to practice good posture. A good posture will project a stronger presence, helping you deal with that first impression. According to a study conducted by the NCBI, out of 3,000 dating profiles that showed good posture and open body language are actually much more likely to be selected by
You know, I actually didn't want to become a boxer, but one day I was petting this dog and this dickhead just walks up and socks me right in the face for no reason. I just sat there stunned and confused. So then after I wanted to find out who he was and get a rematch, so I became a boxer, you see. But ever since I got my run-in with Conor McGregor, they started saying that my hands were like heat-seeking. They were like, sort of like mate seekers, and that's where I got the name Mate Seeker from. Of course, you know, I had to retire after my Tekken days. These guys were going absolutely insane. They had me fighting a fucking grizzly bear. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Mate seekers. This didn't just work in online dating. They also redid the study with speed dating and found that the candidates displaying open body language and good posture were also more likely to receive yes responses when asking a question to their dating partners. Moving on to section number 2, the neuroscience of connection. Neuroscientist Helen Fisher outlines the 4 primary neurochemicals responsible for attraction: dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin, and oxytocin. I searched for hours when doing research for this video, and I could not find a single study or article demonstrating how height influences any of these neurochemicals in women, with the exception of one study showing that women during ovulation tend to look for more physically dominant men. The article didn't even mention height. I'm just simply acknowledging that height can play a role in a person's physical capabilities. Other than that, there was no articles showing how height influences these chemicals. But what are some techniques you can use to influence these chemicals? Helen Fisher suggests sharing novel and exciting experiences to increase dopamine levels and norepinephrine levels to promote attraction. Forgive me if I say this next person's name, but according to Kirsten Uvnaz Moberg, actively and empathetically listening can trigger a release of oxytocin, which is associated with trust and emotional bonding. And finally, according to Jay Barraza and Paul J. Zach, acts of genuine kindness can also stimulate oxytocin, fostering a sense of connection and trust. And again, if you have not read it, I would highly recommend Dale Carnegie's book. It is all about being genuine to make people like you. If you want a more fun book, there is the book called Models by Mark Manson, Attract Women Through Honesty. Moving on to section 3, leveraging biology. According to biologists, a preference in height isn't set in stone. Why is that? Well, first, let's look at why women are attracted to height in the first place. A taller man is likely to be bigger, more physically capable, and have more testosterone. In other words, taller men are much more likely to make a girl feel small and protected. And feeling small and protected is a good indicator to women that somebody is a good genetic choice, but also that he is healthy and strong enough to protect and provide for her. Certain rules of attraction are ingrained in our biology, and this is just one of those examples. So biologically speaking, women are attracted to men that can protect them. So focus on fitness and health. I don't think I need to tell you that women love muscles. In just about every study, women were looking for men with larger shoulders to hip ratio. Upper body strength was deemed to be the most desirable trait to women in nearly every study. And if you go outside right now and count, you'll realize that only about 1 in 15 men are in shape, meaning that you can eliminate over 90% of your dating competition with just this little bit of knowledge. You should also cultivate social status. According to psychologist David Buss, women are hardwired to be attracted to men that they see as being capable of providing. And one way to show that you are capable of providing is through social proof. Social proof is the idea that humans tend to conform to the ideas of other humans. So what does this mean for you? This means that your net worth is a massive indicator of your value to society and thus your ability to provide and protect for a girl. I think I've covered all my bases here, but this has been my guide. You thought that was it? You really thought I'd conclude this video with just some tricks that you can find on any video titled Why Height Doesn't Matter? Cue the big reveal music. This isn't some script written by ChatGPT. No, everything I've done, every voiceover, the bad Australian accent, the ghost you're hearing right now is all exactly as planned. I intentionally ruined the authenticity of this video just for this one moment, hoping at every cringe meme you'd see it through to the end. And now that you're here,
you're a part of my plan as well. Every minute you watch makes my video look better on the YouTube algorithm, and every view I get makes it look better and more appealing to every new potential viewer. Just like every meme makes this video look more cringe. You see, you are this video. By focusing on the things you can't control, you neglect some of the things that you can control, becoming the very same cringe homunculus these women believe you to be.
This has been my guide in overcoming being short as a man when dating. Most of these fixes aren't overnight fixes. I understand that that might be annoying, but that's okay. Understand that through grit and hard work and practice, you can accomplish all of these things. Remember, practice does make perfect, so don't get upset if things don't go your way the first time. And until next time, peace.